Y'all ready for this? Hello, you on the air?
Hey, what's up? This is Nasty Nes calling from Seattle.
Serving Seattle, Tacoma, Bellevue, Everett, and the entire world.
Download the TuneIn Radio app.
We are Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
Okay, party people in the house.
Hey, man, what's up, man? You Nasty Nes, what's good?
Oh, yeah. What's up, party people? And what's up, Seattle? And as all of you already know, we are right in the middle of this terrific marathon that we have going on. In the studio, I got DJ Sheila E, Mike Joyce, and Mark Martin out here to help me out with some things. But with that, man, so what do you guys think about what you've heard so far in the earlier set? It's crazy.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Sheila E took me back, man. I was like, oh man, I forgot about that.
The Zoom, like like came out with Zoom.
Yeah.
Like all of us probably said Zoom at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, oh
yeah. And then then Mike Joyce, he does what he does. And it's like he gives me a little prep of what he's gonna do, but then when he goes live, it's all something. Boom! It's like.
Damn.
Puts a little more oomph to it. Then, okay.
Yeah.
Push the envelope. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mike, do you want to talk about the who's been on so far?
Boy, we've had, of course,
Myself
opened up the set after Sheila.
Yeah.
And then DJ Control right behind that. I felt like I was back at the Spectrum going, what the hell? This is nutty. I mean, I almost have to sit back and all the flood of memories that pour into your brain after each and every song was just incredible for sure.
Yeah. When I was organizing this, putting it all together, thank you for everybody that's chimed in, to help out Ness and this tough time for him. And we're all here, so I'm appreciative of everybody being here and helping out. But when I was putting it together, it was really hard for me to put this lineup together because everybody was just, it wasn't half-assed. Everybody was just bringing it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to kind of balance it out between the early set and the set from there. But without further ado, I heard that we have a lot of people. We have some people that are going to call in. We're going to be asking stories. What's your favorite Ness story and so forth? And of course, we're going to plug the GoFundMe as well. Sheila.
Yeah.
What's cracking?
By the way, we got to give a shout out Rex, Santa Elena from the Bay Area.
Yeah. Rex in the house. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mix show flavor. I mean,
Rex tired me out. I was dancing in my living room. I got to get an oxygen tank or something.
I was in the car and on the highway.
It's like, yeah.
One of the things that kept taking me back by listening and just having this on in the house and everything and my headphones is like, why don't we have this up here where we live? Right?
Well, the barrier has its own magic.
Ever get stuff like this.
Yeah.
Here in the Puget Sound.
Oh yeah. Well, it's time for a change. We're here. With the Legend League. Mark.
Yeah, and then you came on right before we got on.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Which is a shame because I was driving. I mean, maybe I could have punched that up. I'm not sure, but I didn't hear your mix yet. But I will in the end. I'll have a good listen to it.
Yeah. It's crazy over here.
And then Grandmaster GMS.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That caught me by surprise.
GMS.
He flipped it up a little bit.
He started off slow, but then like a few minutes in, he was like, "Okay, here it comes."
I thought I had to be someplace like hip and cool.
He flipped it up. Yeah.
It was like, you want to send that?
Usually I don't do this, but we're gonna keep the party going.
Want to send out a special shout out to our program director here, D Money. Behind the scenes over there with the camera and everything. Without him and everybody else at the Rainier Avenue Radio, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you all for allowing me to do this and put together. And it means a lot to sit here with you legends and talk old stories. Speaking of old stories, Sheila.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy that I could be called a legend. But hey, just real quick, the GoFundMe, it is the GoFundMe is Nasty Nes Rodriguez's Road to Recovery.
Yes.
Okay, at the GoFundMe page, hit him up and let's help Ness out. straight up, I had a chat with Nes a couple times. I spoke to him yesterday. He is, he's doing okay. Okay, he's got a tough road ahead, and he's definitely trying to keep things on the DL when it comes to being able to respond to everybody who wants to get a hold of him and all that, because, they don't let him have his phone all the time. Yeah, where he's at, right?
Yeah.
So he's getting through what he has to do. Now, one of the things that was kind of crazy when I was talking to him was the fact that, and just so everybody doesn't create another panic, because we all know what's happening in LA, and prayers for everything. That's crazy stuff. And then when it all was breaking out, I was calling his wife and I'm trying to get a hold of them. Back in his facility. Yesterday they were on backup power for like 3 days. I'm thinking, why didn't they move y'all out of there? Right. So but they didn't. They're still there. He is so he started his day off today with his morning rehab workout. And he sent me a message that he's tuned in and he's already rolling some tears already right off the box. So that was cool. And all the memories that are just coming back. So speaking of memories, I don't know. I've got some.
Yeah?
I don't know.
You got some stories that we don't know about?
No, I don't. Well, there's not a lot published yet.
Oh, okay.
There might be some eventually, hopefully.
Send it.
I got writer's cramp.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, send it. Everybody has our beautiful Nes, story out there. How about you, Mark?
I don't know where to begin.
You want me to start it off?
Yeah.
Start it off. Right. Okay. Well, let's just say, so you guys all know about Nes, the fact that, he has done everything in the hip hop world ever since the days of Nasty Mix and everything else. So, Nasty Mix was a pretty cool time. Nes and I, he was brought in to do radio promotions, right? And so, but going back, and this one was kind of been, out there in the ether, but the story about radio promotions with Nes was that he didn't know how to do radio promotions from day one. Not much more than I knew how, right? So I'm coming fresh off of my time at 1250 KYAC, which is the R&B station, the only R&B station in the Northwest at the time.
Yes.
So we went down to bankruptcy in 1980. K-Fox emerged, dude from the Bay Area, took KYC out of bankruptcy in 1980, brought it back.
Scott? Was that? Who did that?
Was it Edwards, I believe?
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Or was it? I get the names confused. It's been a minute. But anyway, he was from the Bay Area. He was a banker. You got it. So, and then he brought in his guy, Steve Mitchell, brought K-Fox, 1250 KYC. They officially changed the call station letters to K-Fox. I think it was about the middle end of 1981 when K-Fox came live.
Wow.
And so the transition the time when KYC went dark in the spring of 1980, then K-Fox bankruptcy. Nes kind of followed my footsteps, which was like I started up as a intern at KYC. Nes banged on the doors at K-Fox, as K-Fox was being run by a lot of volunteers, a lot of students from KTOY in Tacoma, just to be on the air, no air talent, that kind of thing. You know how new stations are, right? And so, so Nes was getting his foot off the ground and getting things happening, and that's kind of how he got his start at K-Fox. So he's there board hopping, and Nes being Nes, he was always inquisitive. Steve Mitchell was the head guy running the show down there. He finally pestered him enough to let him have an air shift, and continued on months later, he pestered him enough to let him do a little more, and had this idea about doing this Fresh Track show, this new music show on Sunday nights, when AM radio Sunday nights, not a big audience, right?
Right.
Okay. So Nes actually was able to make something out of that. Then fast forward to his time. I'm trying to get this label thing going. We're doing promotions. I'm just going to skip over all the dances and all that kind of thing. But when we got to our first record that was pressed, Sir Mix-a-Lot's very first record, I needed somebody to come in and help me out in my office, make some calls, do anything, right? I got 500 records. Nothing's moving. Don't know how to sell them, right? 500 records are pressed, and the box is on the wall, sitting there for days on end, weeks on end.
Yeah.
So Ness comes in, and I'm like, okay, well, you're doing your K-Foxing. When you have time, come on in here, jump on the phone. Now, you got to be very careful who you call because these long-distance calls are expensive. So the most memorable time was probably the second or third time, maybe. So I give them a call list. All the stations are listed, program director. And I'm at one desk, and this is a little tiny office, no bigger than a normal closet almost, right? So so he's in there, and I'm listening in. I'm just kind of hearing in. He's calling in. He's like, hi, this is Nasty Nes calling from Nasty Mix Records. Is Al Birmingham in? And I'm thinking, well, what station is that? Who's he calling? And I'm like, so I just kind of listen more intently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, let him know that I called and blah, blah, blah. So I go over and I'm like, who did you call? I'm trying to look on the call log. Who did you call? And he's pointing there. I'm like, yo, dude, that's WATV in Birmingham, Alabama. Right? I'm like, oh, no, it's not Birmingham, Alabama. And I forget the name of the actual program director, but I could see it here. So that was kind of like, okay, we got to make sure you know who you're calling. Yeah, so I dare say that mistake was never made again. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
That's crazy.
so that was
one of
really
many.
before. Yeah, that was one of many. But that one was very memorable.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Other than trial and error, with Nasty Mix, how did you put it all together finally? I mean, was there a catalyst? Was there one thing that put Nasty Mix? Oh my God, I got 500 records sitting here and I can't get rid of one of them. But what all of a sudden changed that?
That's a great question. I mean, eventually selling a few hundred just locally.
Yeah.
That was all by consignment. And if you don't know what consignment is today, right, because it doesn't exist really.
Right.
I'll give you 10, and then when we sell them, we'll pay you.
Oh, geez.
Okay?
Yeah.
So consignment, even Music Menu. The first time Glenn Boyd would take some in, it was on consignment.
Mhm.
And then finally, Tower Records said, I could take that. And so, oh yeah, I've sold almost 100. Can you take 5? So Tower Records, I consigned 5.
Oh, wow.
5. And then I consigned 10. So the catalyst, if there was a catalyst, probably had to come when, fast forward to when the 50 or so radio stations actually got a copy of the record that was actually shipped out at that time, $2.50 a pack to send them out. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. So it was only like 50. So because there wasn't enough money to just go.
Oh, jeez.
There were hundreds of stations and thousands of retailers. So who do you send them out to? Well, I didn't know what stores to send them to, so I had to send them to radio. So the catalyst was some little radio station, wherever I ended up sending. Someplace out there in Saginaw, Michigan, or someplace out there in Killeen, Texas, or Sumter, South Carolina, and thankfully the military bases where people who are on base come from literally all over the world, right? And have different tastes in music and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when they hear something, so there was just that little groundswell where this is one little station or something here that just trickles onto their version of Music Menu. And their Music Menu would actually find out and make a call. Hey, they're blasting this on our station. I was like, what station was that? Oh, I don't remember sitting at
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Little domino effect type of thing.
That was kind of it. And
Wow.
Record planning
Wow.
up there in Flint, Michigan was literally one of the first direct retailers outside of Music Menu.
Wow.
That I actually shipped records to Flint, Michigan.
That's
So,
amazing.
so those are the kind of things, and I just start getting calls. Something's going in reverse. The radio station is like, "Hey, they're selling the crap out of this record,
Right.
down the street here.
Right.
And people are starting to call in for this record. We have no clue.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What is this record? Okay. Now remember, this is nowhere near L.A., nowhere near the Bay Area, nowhere near New York, the tri-states, nowhere near Atlanta.
The big markets, basically.
Yeah. Nowhere, you know. But if there were any populace that was the closest, it was some military base somewhere that was the closest mass dense of population.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that does answer a lifelong question I've been always wanting to ask you. So I appreciate that input.
So if you guys are just chiming in to us, we're live in the Rainier Avenue Radio studio. I got Mark Martin here, Sheila E, and Mike Joyce joining me. D Money's behind all the controls and so forth.
D-Money.
Yeah, man, great show so far. Like I said, we mentioned that a little earlier. This is for the GoFundMe for DJ Nasty Nes. He's fallen on some hard times, and we're hoping his health recovery is going to be, faster than the longer length of it. So a lot of us have great stories. I believe we have some other people that also sent in messages via video, and we're going to hit you off with one right now.
Check it out. This is DJ Funk Daddy holding it down for the town, coming to you for the DJ Nasty Nes Tribute Marathon on Rainier Avenue Radio. I grew up listening to Nasty Nes's show Fresh Tracks. I mean, everybody in the Northwest had to have. That was pretty much the only radio station that was playing hip-hop, new hip-hop, and R&B. He would always debut the newest, hottest local music as well as out-of-town music from New York, LA, Atlanta. It didn't matter. He played everything. Right now, Nes needs our support as he's going through some medical issues with his kidney and his heart. So let's please help Nasty Nes by going to his GoFundMe, which you can find by going to GoFundMe.com and searching Nasty Nes. Thanks to everyone that has helped and contributed. It's really appreciated.
Yeah.
So Mark, you were just on just prior to the live show, and
yes, thank you for the
we couldn't get enough of it.
All these legends and everything.
Yeah,
it was
it's
like this is Nes. Like those who don't know, this is Mike Joyce. That's Nes's mentor.
Oh, it's crazy because we were trying to all listen to it on the way in. It was like, man, just one after another. It's a crazy show how everybody's setting the pace and one person's out doing the other and so forth. Mike Joyce, geez, man.
I know, right?
Jeez,
all of a sudden, you got to do an hour show. I'm coughing. I'm a bit unfit. Do 30 minutes. No, you got to do an hour show.
Okay. It was all crazy. Thanks to Sheila for kicking things off with all the ballads. Man, that just brought back memories. After hearing the first song, I was like, I need to go back to bed. I was too mellowed out, and then everybody jumped in and it just got hyped. And the way the show was put together, how I put together the show was that I wanted to, have, waves of energy come in, and then, and other systems where we kind of calm it down with a little bit of hip hop. But to come, wow, the list is getting bigger and bigger. Several DJs have come out of the woodwork. It started off with 8 DJs. Actually 6 DJs. It started with 6 DJs. Ended up with finalizing the list out of 14, and then I continued to get calls from other radio stations. That
how many guys still wanted to contribute?
I think the ones that I didn't mention, I think the total was like 21 DJs.
Oh my God!
Including like Los Angeles and Chicago. Right. So it was crazy. The talent that came in for this, and it was tough picking the lineup for it. But I think I did a great job, and all of you are killing it. You're like, I'm ready to take my set down. You're like, you guys, all you master DJs are just like killing it. Like, geez, okay, yeah. Sheila, man.
Yeah, but you're the one.
Together, baby. Together, baby.
Yeah.
You started
And-
with Together,
no.
baby.
No.
Yeah.
And Ness turned me on to you because it's like, because I remember always tuning in on Sunday nights, to watch, listen to his show and stuff. But he texted me and said, "Hey man, you guys got to check out this dude, FK1. Man, he's really putting out some hits and stuff." I said, "Okay." I've been listening to you. Then me and Jeff, DJ Control, was like, "Who is this guy?"
Every
like,
Saturday.
"Where's he from?"
Yeah, every Saturday at 8:00 is the live show. It's the weekend house party.
Yeah.
For those of the people that have tuned in, I do EDM and house and some hip hop house and other things. So, thanks for the fans that listen in to my show. This is obviously way more important than what I'm doing. I had the opportunity to reach out to Ness earlier today, and I'm there to help, to cover him wherever he needs coverage and so forth. And so, once again, I can't thank enough to the legends that have participated in this. There are at least 3 different radio station power mixers that are contributing to this, for which we'll probably sometime down the line mention who the stations are after their broadcast. But as of for right now, Sheila.
Yes.
I can't get enough of Together, Baby. It's like.
Well, you're the one that mentioned that. You got to put that in there. And
it's
I thought,
so
well,
good, though. This is like, Mike, don't you think so?
Sure.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like.
Well, again, Zoom was the thing that killed me. I was going,
Well, that made me.
how could I forget
Yeah.
this song? Seriously, I was like,
right.
oh my God. I played the heck out of it. And then what? How did it not follow along with Teddy Pendergrass and Luther Vandross and everybody?
Yeah. He took me back to KYAC.
1250 KYC.
What?
Yeah. Okay. And I'll never forget the time. I remember I stopped my tracks when I heard on the radio Rapper's Delight. I'll never forget. I was in the living room. I was like, "What is this?"
Was that after 12 midnight? It had to be.
And then, sure enough, who played it? But little did I know it was you who played it.
That's right.
We were just talking about Sugar Hill Label not too long ago, weren't we?
Right.
Like, yeah.
I can't remember what
We were talking about Sequence, Funk You Up. Funk You Up. Do you remember that? It's like, yeah. I think Daniel. I believe we have somebody else coming up. Like, wow, this is back to back. This is great. So let's see who's next up.
Yo, what's going on? It's the one and only DJ B Mello. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come on here and say it's so great that we're all coming together for DJ Nasty Nes. He's a legend. You know what I mean? When I got my start in radio, he was one of my first mentors. He actually put me on, you know what I'm saying? I was a street DJ, a mixtape DJ, and he put me on the radio. I had only been featured before that, but yeah, so much love for Nasty Nes. He's helped me out in so many ways over the years, as he's helped out so many artists and DJs, and just been a great guy personally, and been a good friend to me off and on for, man, it's been since the early 90s. He was an icon when I came up. You know what I'm saying? I lived on Whidbey Island. I used to listen to 1250 K-Fox, Fresh Tracks, and heard a lot of my original 80s, 84, 85. Heard a lot of 80s hip hop through him. You know what I'm saying? Classics. I remember hearing like Run DMC My Adidas for the first time, and my mind was just blown. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, DJ Nasty Nes, let's come together. It's he has a GoFundMe. It's GoFundMe support DJ Nasty Nes, or I think it's support Nasty Nes Rodriguez's Road to Recovery, and that's the fundraiser. So let's do it. DJ B Mello checking in, Rainier Avenue. Let's go.
Thank you.
Bellingham representing.
So let me share this. So one of the there's 2 things that you might not have heard, but let me just take it back again. Ness got into radio, and I'm not tooting my horn, but Ness got into radio because we met in our basement in my home. My sister used to cut his hair, and when you're just learning, you just cut hair. Come over here, I'll do it for $5, whatever. Right? Don't come to the school and get it cut. So she used to cut his hair, and that's when I just got my first 1200s. That was around 79-ish, 1979, right around then, 79. Because I was doing my thing at KYAC at that time. And so this dude would come down. We had rickety old stairs, old house on Beacon Hill, right? And he'd come down. I'm like, who's this dude? So anyway, and then my sister would be right behind. And so off they went over to the corner of the basement. And I was still trying to figure out, without having a mixer, I had 2 turntables with no mixer.
Wow.
So I was hitting the receiver button,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, you got the tape phono and phono tape button. So anyway, that's where I met Ness. I think the second time he got his hair cut, he finally kind of leaned over, and I said, "Oh, quit leaning over. Just this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn how to DJ. I'm playing these records here." Right? Yeah. So fast forward a few months later down the road, it's like, hey, you want to come hang out at the station with me? Oh, hangs out at the station. And this has been published a little bit out there. So we're hanging out at the station. And back then in the old days, there were 2 phones that had the light ups. One was the red phone. That's the emergency phone. Only the boss calls on that one. And then you had the request line. And the old regular phones had the request line, the white line flash. And so I'm doing my show, and I did the midnight to 5:30 overnight show. And I said, hey, why don't you go answer the phones? You want to answer the phones? You can answer the request lines. And he was loving it. He was answering all the request lines, and all the girls were calling. And he's like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, calm down. You're just taking requests. So I'm playing. I still thought it was Shalimar, but Ness says it was Lakeside that was playing. Well, anyway, I was playing back then. There was no cards. Played real vinyl, 2 turntables, real vinyl, needle on the groove, boom. And he's reaching over, and I don't know why the phones are right behind the turntables.
Oh no!
So he's reaching over and playing the song. It's live, and
Oh.
and I'm over here not really watching, and I just. So he knocks the tone arm off the record. He answers the phone.
All right, great story. Let's come back to that really quick. We're going to have to break for a commercial really quick, and we'll be right back.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time, and when I'm not deep frying a turducken in a closed garage, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Love food? Here's some storage tips to keep it fresh longer. Store cut fruits and vegetables in the fridge. Place in reusable containers. Keep bread in the freezer for longer storage. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
That's every Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m. on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio.
Women Empowerment Talk Radio, your roadmap to business success. Tune in every Sunday at 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, providing resources and sharing motivational experiences from the everyday entrepreneur. Tune in Women Empowerment Talk Radio every Sunday, 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This is a Rainier Avenue Radio message on fentanyl awareness in our communities. And we're going to have open, honest, frank conversation today about fentanyl.
But I think it's just going to take everybody. It's going to take communities, it's going to take cities, it's going to take counties, state, federal partners to all come together to really tackle this. But I think first and foremost, it starts with us, making sure we have the education and we have the wherewithal to help out on the street, because this is where we are, and it affects all of us.
How easy is it to find information about what's going on in your community, in your public schools? And I'll just tell you, it's not very easy. And a lot of information is sort of outsourced to other areas.
This has been a Rainier Avenue Radio message on fentanyl in our communities.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio. .world.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not deep.
There we go.
We're back. We're back. Man, exciting stuff. Let's see. Wow, we got a bunch of people calling in right now. I think we're going to go right now to, is it GMS? Like Grandmixer GMS?
GMS.
Yeah, GMS. Like, take it away, GMS. It's all you. GMS.
When you're ready.
Whenever he's still mixing, man. It's like he didn't give us enough. He didn't give us enough. He had to keep mixing. Okay, so let's go. Can we come back to GMX? Rex. Oh man, Rex, you are what up?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
You're just killing it.
You're a bad man.
Oh man.
You are a bad
Oh man.
Let's break out the oxygen, everybody.
I have to say one thing. He plays
I need
Jody
some water.
Watley.
I
right?
know.
Jody?
I know.
Plays Jody, and then he plays Jody Watley when she was with I'm sorry.
Shalimar.
Shalimar. He mixed the show.
Like,
I said,
oh
okay,
my
that's
God.
it. I gotta sit down
Like,
now.
Wow.
I'm in my car just like, oh, man.
Insane. Like, yeah, you guys are. It's like,
Oh, what a great
always
show,
doing
though,
what
man.
you do, my friend.
Yeah. What's cracking, brother?
Oh, man,
How are you doing?
I had to dial in. I'm good. Can you guys hear me okay, though?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, all good, man. They just I'm a little under the weather. I think SK1, you're under the weather yourself. I had COVID during the holidays, so I'm slowly recovering. But I had to tune in for such a great event with so many great guys, so many great DJs, and so I'm very happy to be part of this. I mean, I've known Nes, Sheila, how long I've known Nes since the early '90s, and it's just great to be a part of this tribute to Nes. So I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm honored. I'm honored, man.
Yeah.
Likewise. Yeah.
So glad you're there, Rex. You're here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Inside Love. That's the one that got me.
You like
Little George. Little George Benson never hurt, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He was always bringing it.
Always.
Yeah, always.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark. I think Mark was going to put Mark and I shared it in a mix together for
for
Nestor's show.
Yes, right. Yeah, that was our backup.
That was your backup.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to chart that down in on another weekend.
Yes.
To play that
So thanks for teaming up with me on that, man. I was like, oh man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yep. Rex, were we calling on you back in the Nasty Mix days to play our records? Was that Nasty?
Yeah.
That Nasty
Yeah. It was so, and it was actually. I don't know if you guys could see this, but I'm going to turn my camera. And Sheila, you will remember this. You see that gold plaque right there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is for the seminar.
Yeah.
So that's the seminar plaque that you guys sent me. So yeah. Well, what was on that one? Was it my hoopty beepers? I don't know, the seminar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Crazy.
It's going back.
Crazy. Let us not forget about the GoFundMe.
That's right.
Go hit up the GoFundMe.
Yes. Support Nasty Nes Rodriguez Road to Recovery.
There you go.
That's important.
That's the one.
I heard that Alexander Mejia chimed in via text somewhere. I don't see that. Let's go back to the match. Yo, you want to read that?
I can't see that far.
You can't see that far. Like take it away, Mark. Alexander Mejia.
Oh, salute to Mark Martin, SK1, DJ Sheila E, and Mike Joyce. Respect to you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex.
All right.
Yeah.
You're the one.
The story. I had the opportunity to talk to Alex this morning, and our story goes way back in the day, and that's actually what my story is and how I met Nes. Is that in San Francisco back in the day, there was a nightclub called City Nights, and Cameron Paul, Alex Mejia, a bunch of other legends, and including Ness, were spending at that. And at that point in time, we were all of the nightclubs that were in the immediate area were like the Sound Factory, the Palladium, which you'll hear Trent Vaughn coming on a little later. He was resident at at the Palladium. I was playing at the Transamerica Pyramid.
Okay.
Why all of them were Cameron Paul and Alex and Ness were all at City Nights, and it was like, can they give us a break for one day? Because City Nights was just killing everybody. It was just like they had live broadcast on, and I had the opportunity to get a weekend off one day, and I was psyched. And there's like, what are you gonna do for the weekend? Like, I'm going to City Nights, man. Like, I heard that Ness is going to be there, so like, and that's how I crossed paths with Ness.
Yeah,
way back in the day. Alex, my cousin, man, Primo, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We have DJ Third Degree chiming in right now. Let's go to DJ Third Degree. What's up, man?
What's happening, everybody? What's good?
Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Third Degree?
How y'all doing, man? Thank you for letting me get up in here.
Yeah.
Ness, I know Ness is listening, so Ness, I love you.
Hey, real quick, are you good down there in LA where you are?
So we got lots of people that are definitely directly affected. A couple people that have lost their homes. Air quality is really bad all over Los Angeles. Just prayers out to everybody, even all the first responders and everybody out there, the folks that have lost their homes. It's devastation. I lived in Southern California all my life, and I've only seen stuff like this, like in Northern California, up in the hills and the mountains up there. This is what happened in the Palisades and what happened over in Altadena, the Pasadena area. It's just awful, and just prayers out to everybody for sure. So thanks for asking about that, Sheila. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I just wanted to step up in here. I'm super stoked that this is all going on. I want to thank everybody at Rainier for putting this together, all of you folks, for sure, Daniel and the whole team. And it's because we love Ness, and listening to the stories is just awesome. I've known Ness now for probably over 20 years, and it's been such a blessing in my life. He's a brother. He's my mentor. He's a brother in Christ, a brother in music. He's shown me so much, man. I owe so much of my DJ life over the last 20 years to Ness for sure. He's been such a supporter of mine, and I'm so thankful and grateful to him and to his wife and just all the Rap Attack DJs and everybody at Rainier. And I'm just very thankful I get to be a part of this. And I hope everybody enjoys my mix that comes up in a couple hours here. And
I'm sure we will. I mean, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate that. I appreciate
you got the 7 o'clock spot, my brother.
Man,
I'll be tuning in.
Yeah. What do you think about the show so far?
Oh, it's spectacular, man. It's just been fantastic. Just listening to the amazing DJs that are a part of this amazing fundraiser telethon that's going on here today. It's top-notch stuff. It's a testament to just the great DJs that have come from the Seattle area and everything that's been going on up there. I think it's slept on. Everybody talks about the big cities, New York, Chicago, LA type of stuff, San Francisco. Seattle gets slept on. There's so much talent up there, and I know you guys know that. And luckily today, the world is getting a chance to really listen in and hear the amazing talent that comes from the Pacific Northwest for sure. And I'm very thankful I get to be a part of it for sure.
Oh, I'm privileged to have you here. And I told Ness, I said, Ness, get ready because Seattle's going to send it today.
There it is.
You got 5, and it's not over yet. It's like you just heard the 5 hours, just before the live broadcast. But Sheila, to come is just like wow. We got another 5 hours. It's going to end around 11 p.m. And
is that you?
Yeah. I will be closing out the show with my house and EDM set.
DJ B Money.
Yeah.
DJ Third Degree.
Yeah. We got
Trent Vaughn.
Yeah. Trent Vaughn.
James Cole.
Crazy.
And SK.
Yeah. James Cole. James Cole's out there in Hawaii. He goes, "Don't make it too late, man. I got to go to the beach." That's like, so it's good. Rex, you just tearing things up, man.
Rex.
Tearing things up. It's crazy.
Man.
It's crazy.
And get better, my brother.
Get better. I'm sorry to hear that. We know that GMS is trying to chime in right now, and so we're having technical difficulties. It's crazy. Yeah, we can get the voice for you, GMS. Go ahead. Trying to chime in right now, and so there's a little delay. We have a technical difficulties there, so yeah. Let's shoot to Mike. Mike Joyce.
Yes.
Man. Man, let's talk about your set, dude. Like, man, like African Bombada. Did you pull out Planet Rock?
Yes.
Just like, jeez.
Well, I was trying to
Mr.
go
Boogie Down
Zulu
Bronx.
Nation all the way.
Huh?
But,
Oh yeah, Mr. Van Paris.
Was this going to be normal? Like, no, I got Planet Rock coming in. Like,
but I'm an unfrozen analog caveman DJ.
Yeah.
That's who I am, and to come back and all of the technical abilities that are in front of me. I have a brain that has 2 turntables and a tone arm and my mixer board. So the fact that you could do so much additional stuff, it's like, oh my God. Let's just put it this way. If I had that mixer board when I was at Club Broadway, I would be a god. A god right now. Imagine having the digital capabilities that you have today, that we were restricted.
This is the guy.
If we were really restricted back then.
Oh my God! If you didn't have 2 copies of the exact same piece, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't dub it out. You couldn't instrumental it out. You couldn't remix it. You couldn't post-produce as you are expected to do to be, a great DJ.
But this is the guy who had a keyboard, had a sampler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at celebrities and stuff. I remember Mr. T came in his club, and he's I pity the fool.
Seriously.
So, yeah. Oh, this is also the guy. That was at Club Broadway. Okay, little story, quick story. So he calls Jeff, DJ Control. What's up, Control? He goes, hey man, this is when Madonna was going on tour, her Like a Virgin tour, her first tour. He said, hey, Madonna's gonna come in the club tonight. Guys, come up. It's like, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, we'll come. Rita's like, oh, she's not coming. She's gonna come. No. Sure enough, we're right on the dance floor. And here she comes with her dancers and bouncer coming right in. And, I was like, oh, my God. And she dances right in front of us. and then what I remember, I never forget what you played. You played Xena Inside Out.
Okay.
And also, with that Jelly Bean. And Jelly Bean.
Could have been.
No, it was.
Right. But her request was fresh from Kool and the Gang. That's what she asked.
Oh, okay.
To go down and dance to.
But you played the Jelly Bean one. She gave you a nod. Like, yeah, she gave you the nod.
I think she was hooked up with who's my boy Milk, the Haitian guy helping the Haitians. Grammy, Academy Award winner, her boyfriend at that time. Anybody?
No,
I thought it was Jelly Bean at the time.
No,
they had broken up then.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember.
When I played Jelly Bean, I wasn't sure of the exact, response I was going to get. But what's this guy's name?
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that because I thought, she was still with Jelly Bean at the time. And then when you played it, she gave you that nod and smiled. And I was like, oh, okay.
Fast Times, Ridgemont High. Who's the hippie in Fast Times?
Oh, Sean Penn.
There it is.
Sean Penn.
Okay.
Yeah. That was her boyfriend at that time.
Really?
She walked through. Yeah, she was pretty hardcore.
Didn't know.
Making sure that wasn't going to mess that one up.
Okay.
But of course.
Okay.
Sean Penn was
Yeah.
a hippie?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
my time. Yeah. Sean Penn,
For those of you that are chiming in, we are live at the Rainier Avenue Radio Studio here, talking about the DJ lineup. Special marathon that goes out for Nasty Nes to help him on this road to recovery. GMS, it looks like you keep popping in and out. Are you like right when we get you, it kind of chimes out, but For those of you that want to know where to send the money to our GoFundMe,
Nasty Nes Rodriguez's Road to Recovery.
Road to Recovery. There you go. There's GMS. Okay, let's roll. Let's roll with GMS. What's cracking, GMS?
What's up? Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
What's up? So first, I want to say thank you all for doing this benefit for Ness. You know, I've been listening to Ness and copying his mixes since I first heard him back in the '80s. And when I transitioned from breakdancing to DJing, he played a huge influence. And when I listened to him, you know, whether it was mixing or talking, he sounded so cool. And if it wasn't for him, I'm not sure if I would be a DJ. And if I was, I would probably, and if I was a DJ, which I am, you know, whatever, but if Ness wasn't there, I would probably sound a lot different. And, you know, I'm honored to have worked with him back on the KCMU Rap Attack back in the 90s. And then most recently when he started doing K-Fox Night Beat. And, you know, I started working with him on that. And then working with such a legend, you know, no words can describe that, you know. And honestly, my hip hop set, I wish we would have done that instead of the last minute EDM set, because to me, it better represented Ness and the K-Fox and KCMU sound, you know, the whole master mixing style, the scratching and everything. So we're going to have to do this again. But, you know, every platform that I'm ever on, what you hear is me representing the Nasty Nes style of mixing and influence. So thank you, Ness. Your impact on music and people like me cannot be measured. And so please get better, especially so we can start doing K-Fox Night Beat again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes,
And thanks, GMS, for chiming in.
Yeah.
And doing it. But your EDM set was fire.
It was okay. It was okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Modest.
Yeah.
DJs are never happy.
Let's say, we got people calling in now. So we got DJ Spin Doctor. Like, what's up, man? What's cracking?
Whoa.
What's happening, y'all?
Oh,
really?
Is he driving? He's driving.
Man.
Look at that.
No.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think I've seen
Speaking, I'm on my way. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Yes. I got halfway over, and I was on May Pops, and I needed to turn back and get another vehicle because hey, you all know what a May Pop is, right? Yeah, you know what a May Pop is, right?
No.
It's a tire that may pop at any moment. So anyway, yeah. So I'm blasting my way into the station, but I needed to say, Ness, what up, baby? And I hope that everything is going well with you. And there's no way I could not be here to recognize your greatness, because you know Ness is a really incredible person. I'll tell you, if I can share a quick story here. I was it was shortly after my mom had passed away, and I was actually on my way. I was just getting ready to walk in to see my doctors. I was at the hospital in Renton getting to my hernia looked at, and Ness just called me up out of the blue and said, "Hey, Kev, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm okay." And of course, I started, telling my story and everything. He said, "Yeah, I saw that you posted, about your mom passing, and he said I was just worried about you. I just wanted to make sure you're all right in that. If there's anything you need, just let me know and everything." And I tell you, I was insanely touched by that, because and not to diss anybody else, for those who live in this city or know me, we take certain things for granted, but here's Ness all the way down in California, and it's like the only guy that outside of well, of course all of you all out over there, but just I felt really went out of his way to comfort me. And I just want to send that love back to you, Ness, Daddy-O. I love you. I love you. I think that you're one of the greatest cats that we ever met. And still, you're the only guy that makes me smile at the same time you're telling me. There was one time, I can't even remember where we was at. The last time I talked to Ness, we was he brought up the fact, of course, about the diss track and everything. They said, "Oh man, we used to just hate each other, but man, the cool thing is that at the end of the day, we all come back and love each other, and that's what it's all about." Ness, you're truly, I consider a diplomat
right
of
on,
this
Jeff.
industry.
All right, hey.
So
keep your
good
eyes
to
on the
hear
road.
from you there, Doc.
No kid. He should be sitting right here.
I know, Doc.
Hey, don't worry. I mean, like I said, I'm sure, heck, that segment might be over by the time. Oh gosh, darn, there's something going on the freeway. But I'm gonna be there anyway, just so I can say hey. But I got to get this in before.
Yeah.
We have some people that are chiming in
Always good
on
to hear from you, man.
on the chat. They're chiming in on the chat. So, did you see that, Mark?
Let's see. We got Jerry Ho.
Jerry Ho or
Jerry
Ho?
Ho? Jerry who? Oh, well, it was okay. I don't see it now.
Hey, you guys remember your first
Hey,
gig?
Oh,
You remember
Oh,
your
there it
first
is.
gig?
There it is. Okay.
Remember your first gig?
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
know Ness's first gig?
No.
No.
Do tell.
Well, it wasn't quite the first gig. This was before his first gig.
Okay.
I think it was similar time about the radio station when he came in and knocked the door off. So I just said, "Hey, I got a Christmas party. You want to come take along?" Right? And it was
Oh,
down
wow.
at the Seattle Hilton. And I think it was some mortgage company or something like that.
Yeah.
And so Ness hadn't done a gig yet.
Okay.
He was still cutting his teeth at K-Fox, but he came along with the gig. So I don't even think he was even on the air yet on K-Fox. But
Okay.
I had him come with the gig. He showed up. He didn't show up to help set up or nothing like that. He just showed up later on, of course. Right.
Yeah.
So simple gig. I had to go to the bathroom, so I actually queued up a Rick James song. I don't remember exactly. I might have been playing some cool game, and I just said, "Hey, yo, Ness, if I don't make it back, hit this button right here and slide the pot up like that, right?
Yeah.
Just do that, right?" And so when I was coming back, I knew I wasn't going to get back in time, just because. And I said, "Well, you know what? I'm just going to kind of take my time
Yeah.
and see what happens."
Yeah.
Right. So, so I took my time, and sure enough, and then I even said, "Here's a little announcement. If I don't make it back, you got to just do this." And he pulled it off pretty good.
You did.
Right. I set it up, and I stood back.
I wish
then,
you
I'm
would have
like,
recorded that. It'd be kind of cool to hear it. Okay, so we're 5 minutes out there. Just once again, we're gonna plug the GoFundMe. Make sure to help us out with that. And any final words, Mike?
Boy, it's been incredible. The turnout, the excess amount of DJs that wanted to be part of this program and yet couldn't. It's blowing my mind. I mean, it is absolutely blowing my mind that we all came together, and not only that, came together on a deadline.
Yeah. Sorry, it was a last minute thing for everybody.
Yes,
So
it's not a
Mark,
simple thing
hit us with your final words, please.
I just want to thank you, Ness, for everything you've done for all of us. I mean, this was all like a last minute thing, but all you had to say was Nasty Ness.
That's right.
And everyone came running. You know what I mean? So much love to you, my brother. You get well. You get, you do what you do to get, for your rehab and everything, get better, and we'll see you real soon.
GoFundMe again.
And don't forget the fundraiser, GoFundMe, Nasty Ness Rodriguez Recovery.
Yeah. Special thanks going out to the DJs that came out prior, to this live broadcast. Thank you very much for being a part of this. I really appreciate you all, and we have 5 hours left to come for this marathon, so make sure that you reach out. Sheila, the GoFundMe again.
Oh my gosh, we got DJ Budget Money.
Nasty Ness Rodriguez's Road to Recovery.
Right, and so the DJs coming up are
DJ B Money, Budget Money, DJ's Third Degree. Got Trent Vaughn.
Trent
and then James Cole, and ending the show was no other, right here, DJ
SK1. I'll be closing out the show. Everybody, make sure you chime into my show every Saturday at 8 o'clock at the week. It's the weekend house party I do, EDM and house.
40 mixes.
So,
in an hour. 40. Oh my God.
Actually, it was 30. Well, I think I did 31 songs in an hour without edit. So it's a little rough, but
and thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah. So all you master DJs over there, don't hit me too hard on the comments. Like, you need to brush up on your stuff. So, Sheila, final words, please.
No, thank you, everybody. Thank you for putting this together. I mean,
anytime
on a deadline, like you said, It just kind of came out of blue. All you guys, fabulous. I mean, this couldn't have happened without everybody participating and jumping in.
Hold on, we got Alex Mejia. Cut. Primo, what's up, Primo?
How much time we got, Dan?
Yeah, go ahead, take it away. You got about 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes.
Real quick, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, got you. Got you.
Well, first of all, salute to all you legends in this stream right now. Salute to everyone, Grandmixer as well, and everybody. Ness, I just want to say thank you so much for being an amazing ambassador for hip hop. When we first seen our eyes on you, no one had ever seen so much cool on the screen right out the gate like that, and also so gangsta, all the way through. Right, everybody? Gangster.
Right, you're right.
But you were also hip hop royalty. So we want to say thank you so much for everything you've ever done and given to so many people, but to the art form of music. We salute you, my brother. And I want to keep hearing these people, old school DJs and new school DJs, get busy on Twitch and everything else, because it's good to see you guys. And I've been listening. And you guys are representing.
Let me tell you, cuz it's not over yet. This is just the beginning,
Amen.
and there's many more to come up for that. Special thanks out to everybody that's out there. Thanks, Alex, for chiming in, and I appreciate it. Rex, I appreciate you. Spin Doctor, we'll still be here when you roll up. You know, everybody else that's participated so far in this marathon, I'm very thankful. Let's plug the GoFundMe one more time. Somebody chime in. And
Nasty Nes Rodriguez's Road to Recovery.
Yes, Ness. Much love from all of us here at
Love you,
live in the studio at Rainier Avenue Radio. I can't be thankful enough to have all you legends and master DJs come out to participate in this. I can't say thank you enough for that. Until then, we're going to send it another 5 hours for you. Stand by, get your dancing shoes on. Yep, because here it comes. Thank you from Rainier Avenue Radio.
What it do? It's Maharaji from the Emerald City Posse, and I'd like to talk about my legendary brother, DJ Nasty Nes, who's been going through a difficult time lately because of some medical expenses. As you all know, he was in the hospital for a while, but it took toll. And what we need to do is come together and help this brother out. Go in the pockets, grab them lint balls with all them change and everything you can get, and go to GoFundMe.com, support Nasty Nes Rodriguez Road to Recovery. It'd be much appreciated. Come support a brother, okay? You know, Ness has done a lot for the town, and we all need to come together, man, to help support this brother. Thanks.